डुम करून मारे मागीर म्हणटाले हांव फोट मात जाल्यार हांव फोट मात्र जाल्यार इंचारुनी कोडे कापड सुटल मिरयां कोडे
To me, every day, every single day, by different people. Nothing in Goa. This is useless. You made the biggest mistake of your life.
Remo Fernandes, isto tu stemmer.
Yeah?
Ja, to bro. Stoni, eu quero cantar, bro. Satisfaction. Aí eu vou dar Remo. O que você vai cantar? No, eu canto. So he started singing.
Hi guys, this is Vaibhavi. Welcome back to Goa platform in association with Goa Plus News channel. आम्ही खूपशे असे लोक पळयल्यात गोंयकार एस्पेशली जे गोंय सोडून भायर वतात सो दॅट भायर जोडून थंय इनकम चड आसतलो, लायफस्टायल बरी जातली म्हणून. पण तुम्ही केन्ना असो मनीस पळयला जो भायल्यांतल्यान गोंयान येता स्पेशली आपलो करियर सेट करपा खातीर? म्हजे बरोबर असोच आज एक मनीस आसा जो स्पेशली भायल्यांतल्यान गोंयान आयला तो म्हणल्यार एरन गुदिनो. सो तेजी एक लायफ जर्नी आसा, बरी लायफ जर्नी आसा जो तो थंय वचून परत हांगा आयला. सो लेट्स टॉक टू हिम. सो वेलकम टू आवर चॅनल. हाव आर यू?
Good. In the heat of Goa.
आय थिंक तू ऑलमोस्ट 35 इयर्स ओमान आशिल्लो. सो आतां कशें दिसता गोंयान?
Good. Going on.
हाव आर यू फिलिंग इन गोवा?
Fresh air.
आनी थंय नाशिल्ले तर?
Fresh air. Not the Goan air, no. The Goan air is different. The Goan air is lazy. But still we are active. So it's good. It's been good 4 years. 2021 I moved here. It's good.
So how was your childhood in Oman?
Childhood in Oman. So I was born in Oman because my parents were there. And then till the age of 4-5, it was good. That's what I remember. And then suddenly one fine day I stopped talking. So this is very important for people to know is that why I stopped talking, that is another story. If I start giving that history. When I stopped talking and I cannot speak till the age of 12.
When you stopped? At what age?
4 to 5 years. Yeah.
Okay.
So stop in the sense I could not talk. Like it was saying my name was a big problem. So saying Aaron was a big problem. And you can say so 5, 6, 7, so first standard, second standard, third standard, fourth standard. Saying even a word present was difficult. So I had friends who used to actually say present for me when the teacher used to call up your roll number. And because my name was AA, I used to be like first, second or third in the row. And it was so difficult for me. So basically it affects your self-esteem. It affects your self totally.
Confidence.
Your friend circle goes around. Family was there. In fact, they've taken me to a lot of speech therapists and all that. And so basically it's called stammering. So stammering, that's stutter. So today I'm not stammering because of certain reasons, but I still have a problem with A, E, I, O, U, the vowels.
Okay, you still have that problem?
Still have a problem. So sometimes you will see, like if you see anyone in Goa or anywhere in the world, if his mouth is open for more than 10 seconds, that means he's stammering. So if I can't say something in my, just stammering. So, and people make fun of that. So I had nicknames of Gaga Gugu. So people used to say that I'll hit you in the back and then you talk. But you know what happens to people like us is we tend to fight. So the fight was so strong in me that every time there was a challenge, I used to come out of it. So being last benches, meaning not good in studies and all that, today I'm sitting with you and talking.
Yeah.
So that's basically the self. So today when I meet people also who tell me that this person is a slow learner, this person is useless. It's not useless and slow learner. It's just that you don't know how to take out some stuff out of them. So if you tell me today do a presentation on PPT, I'm not very good at it. But if you tell me to sell the presentation, I'll sell the presentation.
Okay.
So sitting down and getting all the pictures, but I started doing it. It's not that I have not started doing it. I started doing it. And then what happens is that being the other part about Oman was that I went to an Indian school. So the friend circle also was very different. We had, all types of states. Like we had Keralites, we had Tamilians, we had Gujaratis, we had Delhi was there, of course. Then we had some people from Assam, from Bengal. So we had multicultural people, So we were exposed to a lot of people there, a lot of cultures. The Omani culture, of course, was there, but the Omanis also wanted to learn Hindi because they are a fan of Bollywood and all that stuff. So the connection was a lot mixed and all that. There again, in 97, we had a priest who used to stammer. So he started something called a summer camp. So anyone who used to be backwards, he used to pull them. So I was backwards. So he pulled me, he made me a captain. So I came out again. So now in front of 20 people, if you have to be a leader, you need to talk.
Yeah.
So then I started talking fast. So once I start, I should not stop. So again, there's a downfall of that also, because then you become the main person in the room. So then again, you have jealousy. So you have enemies because you become center of attraction. Anything happens, and that we don't learn in school. So people don't tell you how to handle all these things. So you get people passing comments, your friend circle changes, all those things. Then you become a loner. Suddenly you have no one there. But luckily in my family, I have a brother, I have a sister, certain very close friends. So you tend to be okay like that, So, and then I was a musician again. So I started a band at the age of 13. And when I started the band, it was with two other people. So a guy who's stammering. That time also I could not speak properly. So at the age of 13, 14, it was still, affecting, my life. But being a drummer.
But what was the reason behind it?
What?
Behind stammering?
So that again is a big. So the thing is that my parents actually went to America for a period of 3-4 months and kept me with my uncle. So that's the story basically. But there are different reasons. You can't be there. But there's one thing which I would like to tell people on this platform is that there was a doctor who told my parents that if you put a glass and if you put Coke or Pepsi, so there's an empty glass and there's Coke and Pepsi. In my mind, I've already drank the Coke. So when the time comes to open and pour, the Coke starts spilling out. So my mind started, future thinking. So it's like, if I start thinking of what to say, I'll start stammering. So now coming here also, I have not asked for anything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll start stammering because I already know the answers in my mind. So that was the thing. But the journey out there also was.
So that affected you? Like your parents went to America, that affected you?
That is one of the reasons. There are some people who have got their parents with them, who have got their family with them, everything, still they stammer. So it's all about self-esteem, about, who's your friend. Like if someone says you can't do it, so today I don't use words to anyone saying that you cannot do it. I'll say you do it. Like my kids also, I've got twins, so I'm blessed with twins. I tell them also, do whatever you want. Like never stop anyone from doing. And there should be no comparison. Even comparison is a big thing of saying that child can do this, why you're not doing it. In my case, I was a 40-45%, I'm not allowed to say this, but 40-45% student in school. So they're last benchers, meaning, so, but by the grace of God, when I came out into started working and all that, people who were the toppers were sending me CVs to help them. Because being a musician and being connected, and I used to be a DJ also, I had more contacts than the people who are qualified. So I would meet a CEO, whereas the guy who's qualified can't meet the CEO. So because music actually gets you in those places. So music puts you for a award ceremony where you have different people with you. So you have access to them. So that's the difference. For a person who's a backbencher, suddenly I'm having CVs of guys who are toppers in school, 90%, 80%. It's good. Studies, I'm saying it's good. I'm not saying don't study. But I mean, you need to be outgoing also. No? So, like today people tell me, my son is good at sports but not good at studies. So I'm like, now schools are giving 20-30% extra also. Because sports is also now become a job.
Yeah.
It's not and then after once you finish, a sports finishes era of whatever, then you become the coach. That again is money. And then after that, you become something else. So
how your musical journey started?
Same because of dad. So my dad is a musician. So he was a musician in Goa. Then he moved to Bombay. Then he moved to Oman. So you can say when I was born, I used to see my dad playing. So that drumming came into the picture basically. But I'm not a trained drummer. I have never taken classes. So it's all in me. And so I used to go with dad for gigs, and I used to set up the kit and all for him. So that's the main way it was basically
At
in
what
Oman.
age?
So from the age of 5, 6, I've been with him. Like, you go for gigs. So then at the age of 8, 9, you start playing because he had a band there. So you just revolve around, that full thing of drums and all that stuff. That's it. And dad was there. And at the age of 13, I started a band also. That band also was created because someone told me you can't play. So I said, okay, I'll show you. I started a band, and we had a band for 2 years.
So your dad is your inspiration.
Yeah, about 100% because that was only. So today also in Goa, I'm there because of him actually. So certain places I use his name.
He's
Not
here.
certain-
He's
yeah,
here.
he's here. He's here in the room also. He's
So
been
we'll
brought.
get him here now.
Yeah, no problem. He's here. Just sit here.
वेलकम सर. म्हजे बरोबर आसा लेजेंडरी म्युझिशियन ऑफ गोवा सर
Domingos Godinho.
गुदिनो.
Pet name Tony Godinho.
डोमिंगोज गुदिनो.
yeah.
म्हाका प्रोनाउन्स सारकी करपाक कळना.
ना बरें आसा सारकें आसा.
वेलकम सर. आय एम सो हॅपी टू सी यू.
देव बरें करूं. थँक्यू.
सो सर म्हाका तुमचे बद्दल कळपाक जाय लायक तुमची म्युजिकल जर्नी बिकॉज तुमच्या टायमाचेर त्या टायमाचेर इतले टॅलंट आनी हे ते कला आर्ट एका तितले म्हणल्यार आयडेंटिफाय करप वॉज डिफिकल्ट त्या टायमाचेर. सो ते तुमी कशें आयडेंटिफाय केले?
हांव पणजे जाल्लो सांतिनेज कंपाल आनीक हॉलिडेक आमी फातोर्डा येताले घरा. आनीक हांव तेन्ना म्युजीक कॉमर्स करूंक ना. हांव फुटबॉल खेळटालो. आनीक आमी सकाळीं म्हाजे फ्रेंड एक आबिल्यो म्हण आसलो आमी सकाळीं 5 धांवताले. पूण रातचे आमी वारांदार न्हिदो भायल्यान. आनीक फातोर्डा कितें जालें लॉट ऑफ houses are there. They are people who work in the field, scheduled caste, sogli. And they are specialized घुमटां वाजोवपाक आनी नाचपाक तेंचे काजराक आनी कितें अशें. तो ते रातचे वाजप म्हण दवरी मोदें उजो घाली थिंगा. आनीक 2 कळशे दवरी सोऱ्याचे काजूंचे आनी फेणीचे आनीक कट्टी दवरी आनी दवरलो. तो कोण येता हेल्प युअर सेल्फ. आमी भुरगे परत ते वाजप दवरपाक वचून हांव वचून वाजय तेंच्या बरोबर. केन्नाय कांसाडे म्हण ती वाजय आनीक घुमट वाजय आनी तेंचे कांतरां आसलीं अशें. तें कांतार म्हणून दाखोवन तुका हय ते म्हणटाले पयलें डूम डूम करून मारी. मागीर म्हणटाले हांव फोट मात जाल्यार हांव फोट मात जाल्यार इंचारुनी कोडे कापड सुटल मिरयां कोडे जिजीचेन हें वाजोवन ती नाचतालीं अशीं घेवन सो माटवान सगळे आनी लोक सायडीन बसो. ती म्हाजी जर्नी कॉमर्स जाली. आनी हांव मागीर येवन न्हिदो घरा. मागीर सकाळीं ती भाजी बी घेवन येता ती मनशां म्हणो आरे काल बाबान वाजोप दवरलें मुगो तिका आसलेलो चे म्हणटाली ती. आवयन जातली बाबा तूं गेलो च्या हांव न्हिदलेलो म्हणटालो. तशें अशें कॉमर्स जालें तें.
सपोर्ट करताली पूण घरान
कोण वय ती तेन्ना त्या तेंपार नकडो तूं. मागीर हांव पणजे गेलो. मागीर हांव म्युजीक अकादेमी आशिल्ली आनी म्हाजो प्रोफेसर मायस फिगरेद म्हूण आशिल्लो आनी लोरेसीन लोटोलेचे ते वायलन वाजय शिंगतालो. हय 4 वर्सां हांव वायलन वाजयलें. मागीर बंद केलें स्लोली. आनी मागीर म्हाका ड्राम वाजोवपाक शॉक येयल्लो. मागीर बापूय म्हणलो हांव घेयना तुका ड्राम. तूं मार जावंक वच. मार जाय आदीन ते वाजय कपलां कोडे गोडचे कोडे अशें. हय आनी म्युजीक म्हणल्यार कांय न्हू कोत्ताले सगळे पिता आनी कितें अशें करी. तो ना म्हणलो. मागीर म्हाका पणजे मागीर एक टुना म्हण आसलें अशें टू गेट टुगेदर. तितून अशें वाजोवंक लागलें अशें करून. आनी मागीर रेमो म्हाजे 10 मिनटां वॉक तेजें घर
रेमो फेर्नांडीस.
हय रेमो फेर्नांडीस. मागीर आमी बँड केले दाखलें म्हणजे बॉक्स गिटार घेवन आनी हांव दाखलें आनी मागीर तेजें बँडाचें नांव आसलें बिली एंड द किड्स म्हूण. मागीर स्लोली थोड्या म्हयन्यांनी बिली रेंजर्स म्हूण केलें. हय आनी मागीर आतां ड्रम जावो पांय म्हणटालो ना. मागीर रेमोचे पायन बेर्नार्ड फर्नांडीस म्हूण आनी तेजे आवयचें नांव दोना लुइजा. ती वेरी फाउंड ऑफ मी आनी तेणें पांयक म्हाज्या sonभावन बापायन मागीर म्हाका ड्रम घेयलो पांय. हय फ्रांसीस जोकिंगुदी म्हाज्या
पूण ड्रमाक
बापायन.
कितले पडटाले त्या टायमाचेर?
तेन्ना पांयन दिल्ले 800 आमी एकलो कोण हें आसलो बोटीरसान हाडलेले तेणें आनी तो ड्रामार हे माड काडी 800 थिंगा हे म्हणून ताका टायम मेळनासलो तो इंकले. तेन्ना 1800 रुपया पडलेले.
आनी आतां कितले पडटा?
आतां डिपेंड ऑन द मॉडेल म्हणटा ते भाशेन.
आतां 25,000 बेसीक किट.
हय 35,000 हय. आनीक आसा बरें खूब डिफरंट आसा न्हू. 1 लाखाचें आहा 2 लाख जावंक जाता अशें डिपेंड तुका कितें हें करूंक जाता. तशें मागीर आमी हें प्रॅक्टीस करूंक लागले थिंगाट. एप्रील मे आमची प्रॅक्टीस
कोणी शिकयलें काय?
ना कोणें शिकोवं ना. हांव तें हय पयलें तें घुमटा तुका सांगो ना काजरांक वचून हें करून तेजेर म्हाका मातशें बॅकअप
बट घुमटा आनी ड्रम्स कंप्लीट डिफरंट न्ही?
डिफरंट ना वाजोवटे हय पूण रिदम सेक्शन मागीर ड्रामा जाल्यार डिडी टाक अशें जालें तें.
हय पूण ड्रम वाजयता तेन्ना खूब आसतात पळय. घुमट वाजयता तेन्ना एकूय हेजेर
हय पूण ड्रम खूब आसता डिपेंड थोडे खूब आसता सगळे वाजोवंक जायना बेश्टे शोबेन घालता ते तशें आसा ते. 2 बडयो
स्टायल कशी आसा ड्रमाची? अशी
ड्रामाचे हय अशी आहा डिफरंट म्युजिकाक डिफरंट आहा. समज तूं जॅज वाजयता तूं अशी बडी धरतलो आनी कितें मागीर बीट वाजयता अशें डिफरंट आनी डिफरंट बँडाचे डिफरंट स्टायल आसता आनी म्युजीक तशें आसता न्हू तें. रॉक एंड रोल म्हूण आसता च्या म्हूण डिफरंट आसता अशें ट्विस्ट आनी हें तें. मागीर आदीं त्या तेंपार कितें बॉलरूम डान्सींग आसलें टँगो वॉल्स. आतां वॉल्स बिल्स कोण केन्नाय वाजयता काजरांक फस्ट वाजयता अशें. सो डिपेंड ऑन युअर वेन्यू कितें आहा तें. बीट शो आसलो समज बीट शो तुज्यान वॉल्स आसूंक जायना ते तांतयां मारतले तुजे टोमाटां मारतले वॉल्स घेवंक येयला ते बीट वाजोवंक जाय म्हणजे एक्सायटमेंट आहा न्ही.
I'll just come in here. Now tell about your band. Who's the members of the band? Remo is one where everybody knows. What about the other two people?
माझे बिली रेंजर्स आसले ते माझे मेंबर आसले आलेशान रुजार म्हूण ओके लुसिया आफोन्स म्हूण आकॉर्डियन टोनी नोगार म्हूण बॉक्स गिटार आनी रेमो फेर्नांडीस लीड गिटार आनी आलेशान रुजार कांतोरीस गिटार आनी टोनी गुडिनो ड्रम. हय मागीर ते बिली रेंजर्स आमी कॅरी केले आनी दुसरी हें म्हणजे इलेक्ट्रिकाकूच गिटार आशिल्लें ते रेमोचे अंकलान आफ्रिकाक सावन हाडलेले ताका. मागीर ते बिटल्स येयले रोलिंग स्टोन म्हूण येयले मागीर सगळे गिटार 3 गिटार जाय बेस रिदम लीड म्हूण. मागीर रेमोच्यो पायन गिटारां ऑर्डर केली फ्रॉम एर्नाकुलम एमॅन्युएल इंडस्ट्री म्हूण. हय ऑर्डर केली आनी बॉक्सां येयलीं आमी एक्सायटीड ती बॉक्सां उकडूंक ते मागीर तेंचे मनीस आसले म्हणजे तेंचे गोल्ड स्पॉट फॅक्ट्री आसली रेमोची बापायची तेजे मनीस आसले ताका हाडून उकडूंक लावन सगळें काडलें. पयल्या गिटारां येयलीं मागीर गिटार येयलें बेस रिदम लीड. आतां तो रिदम वाजयतालो तो टोनी नोगार म्हूण भुरगो आनी आमी तेन्ना मुडये खालसो लांब खालसो नाशिल्लें आमकडे. हय म्हणटरीर त्या कडेन तें गिटार धरूंक जायना जालें जोड जावंक जालें. मागीर ताका आमी रिप्लेसमेंट केलो चेंज करूंक पडलो ताका आनी कायतान आब्रेव म्हूण आसलो ताका पणजे हँक म्हणो म्हणजे शॅडोसांचे बँडांत आहलो हँक म्हूण लीड गिटारिस्ट तो तसो दिसो आनी वाजयतलो बरो. सो ते ग्रूप आमी फॉर्म करून बिफोर बीट फोर करचे न्हू फुडें बिली रेंजर्स आमी मांडो फेस्टिवल जिखले फर्स्ट प्रायज तेन्ना. हय विक्टर बारांचोटी म्हूण येयल्लो फ्रॉम इंडिया हें करूंक सिनेमा नॅशनलान. सो आमी हें जिखले अंडर ज्युनियर दिस थिंग आमी जिखले फर्स्ट प्रायज. सेकेंड मारगांवचो आनी बीग प्रायज सिनियर इज आल्दोना आनी कुर्तोरी सिनियर. सो आमी मागीर बीट फोर म्हूण ग्रूप केलो. मागीर ग्रूप करून आमी कालांगूट बीट शॉक वाजोवप शिमला कॉन्टेस्टाक वाजयले आनी हिंगा थिंगा मागीर एकदम हें जालें मागीर सगळें जालें आनी मागीर शिमला कॉन्टेस्टाक आमी जिखले सगळे बेस्ट ग्रूप म्हूण सगळे प्रायज मेळ्ळे आमच्या ग्रुपाक बीट फोराक बेस्ट ड्रमर बेस्ट लीड गिटार रिदम आनी सिंगर वय बीट फोर.
पूण हे तुमचे स्टार्ट जाले गोंयान आसतना.
ओय गोंय आसता.
मागीर गोंयांतल्यान तुमी भायर वचपाक केन्ना चिंतलें?
मागीर हांवें 67, 68 हांव बॉम्बे गेलो कोर्स करपाक इलेक्ट्रॉनीक.
Before that, coming back again to stammering. Stammering. One of the members of Beat 4 was stammering also. And I asked my father, who was that member? Today he's one of the biggest stars in the world.
Yeah?
Please announce his name.
Remo Fernandes, he's too stammer.
Yeah?
Yeah, to म्हणो Tony you can cantar म्हणो satisfaction. हांवें म्हणटालो ताका रेमो okay पावस बाय cantar. No, you can't. So he started singing. आनी आमचो आनी एक मेंबर आसलो वेरी गूड सिंगर तेजें नांव लोबात फारिये म्हूण. होय मागीर आतां लेट तो लोबात फारिये इज नो मोर आलेशान नो मोर कायताना बऱ्यो गेले हांव आनी दोगूच रेमो आनी हांव उरला दोगूच उरल्या. So we are in touch time to time. Like that.
And you ask him how he went to Bombay. That is also another story which he'll tell you.
हांव मागीर काडलो आनी हे बीट फोर सोडून वयता हांव 67 मागीर गेलो बॉम्बे गेलो. मागीर एक बॉम्बे पॉलिटेक्नीक म्हूण थिंगा हें केलें रे हें शिकपाक इलेक्ट्रॉनीक एअर कंडिशन सगळें तें शिकोंक लागलो. मागीर थिंगा शिकोंक लागलो म्हणटकूच थिंगा कितें जालें म्हाजो एकलो फ्रेंड आशिल्लो फ्रॉम मॅरीन इंजिनियरींग तेजें नांव कायतान फिलीप कुलास म्हूण. हय तेजें मार्गोन सायड ऑफ चर्च घर आहा आतां तो दोनांपावल रावता. सो तो मॅरीन इंजिनियरींग शिको आनी तेजे फ्रेंडाचे बँड आसले आनी तेजें नांव मायक पिंटो म्हूण. हय आनी तेचे बँड आसले. सो हांव थिंगा टायमार पावलो तेन्ना तेंचो पळय तो ड्रामर आहा तो कॅनडाक वयतालो आनी नायजल म्हणून एकलो. सो तांकां ड्रामर जाय आसलो. हय तांकां कित्याक तांकां कॉन्टेस्ट आहा इन डिसेंबर 3rd ते प्रॅक्टिसींग तो ऑल ऑफ सडन ताका वचोंक पडलें कॅनडा मायग्रेशन. तर हो म्हाजो फ्रेंडान ताका सांगलें तुमी ड्रामर येयले एकलो ड्रामर येयला गोंयांसान पण तो इंग्लीश चड उलयना पुर्तुगेज आनी कोंकणी.
म्हणजे तुमकां इंग्लीश कळना आशिल्ली?
तितली ना थोडी न्हू
पोर्तुगीज कळटा.
पोर्तुगेज आनी कोंकणी आमचे सारके हय नो प्रॉब्लेम ना प्रॉब्लेम म्हणटा ताका. मागीर काडलें प्रॉब्लेम सो मागीर काडलें आनी तेणें सांगलें ताका म्हाज्या फ्रेंडाक ताका सॅटर्डे हाड थिंगा हो पेईंग गेस्ट रावतालो मॅसगॉन म्हणटा थिंगा बॉम्बे तांकां सॅटर्डे हाफ डे मॅरिनेचे डे. हांव गेलो मागीर तो मेवलो म्हाका तो उलयलो मागीर तो तेणें सांगलें ताका संडे तूं घेवन यो 11 o'clock महालक्ष्मी म्हणटा थिंगा तेजो बंगलो आसलो तो मायक पिंटो म्हूण तेजे घरा कडेन. सो तेणें वयलो गेलो मागीर तेंचे ड्रम सेट बी आसले थिंगा. मागीर ड्रम सेट आसले म्हणटकच तेणें म्हाका सांगलें यू नो टू प्ले बुली बुली म्हणूंक लागलो. हांवें म्हणलें हय वाजयलें ओके स्टॉप. मागीर म्हणूंक लागलो आय एम बिलिवर बाय मंकीस म्हणाला मंकीस यू कॅन प्ले वय म्हणूंक लागलो. तेणें मारलो टेव 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 कॉमेस केलें. मागीर सॅटिस्फॅक्शन आनी नो टायम म्हूण आनी कांतार अशें घेयलें तेणें ओके म्हणलें एकामेकाक पळयता ते. मागीर जालें काबार आनी ते म्हणून ओ माय गॉड जालें म्हणून गूड हेजे म्हाका हग केलो आनी सगळें केलें. मागीर 3rd डिसेंबर कॉन्टेस्ट आसलो बॉम्बे सगळीं ग्रुप्स आसले कोण हे म्हूण अपाचीस लोन ट्रोजन्स आनी रिलेशन्स आनी कंबस्टिबल खूब ग्रूप आशिल्ले कंबस्टिबल्स आनीक हे आमचे ग्रुपाचें नांव आसलें जिंग्स म्हूण. तर तो मायक पिंटो सिंगर आनी ग्लॅन म्हूण ड्रम बेस ड्रम आय मीन बेस गिटार रिदम आखलो आनी लीड फिलीप म्हूण ते वाजोवपाक. सो कॉन्टेस्ट आसले. कॉन्टेस्टाक तेंचे जजीस आसले मॉरिस कॉन्सेप्सियो आनी कोण तरी आनी अशे हे आसले. सो ते कॉन्टेस्ट आमी वाजयलो आनी मागीर एंडींग काय खबर जाता तेन्ना एनावन्स केलें तेणी रनर अप सो एंड सो रनर आनी हें दिस थिंग. बट बिफोर तो वाजूंक वयचे न्ही फुडें थिंगा एक चर्च आशिल्ली कॉल दाबूल चर्च सेंट फ्रांसीस झेवियर. सो हे भुरगे हूंय गेले थिंगा कितें ड्रिंक ते मारपाक. हांव रोजार करून गेलो आनी हांव गेलो सेंट फ्रांसीस झेवियर. म्हाका हिंगा बॉम्बे कोण वळखना. आयज तुज्या हातींत आसा. म्हाका गोंयासान हिंगा धाडला. तूं पळय कितें कशें वयर काडूंक म्हाका तुज्या हातींत सोडटा. हांव थिंगा रावन हें करून येयलो आनी मागीर गेले. मागीर तेणें एनावन्स केलें अमको ग्रूप येयलो पळयलो आनी लोन ट्रोजन येयले आनी कोण येयलो आनी सायको म्हूण येयले आनी क्रेजी बीट म्हूण अशें ते वाजयले. आमचो 5वो नंबर लागलो. मागीर आमी वाजयलें सगळें हें केलें आनी म्हाका तेन्ना बरो ड्रम सोलो म्हूण ते वाजूंक जायना तितलो नासलो. थिंगा आनीक ड्रामर आसले ते सारके टॉप वाजय ड्रम सोलो आनी मारून सगळें केलें. आतां म्हाकोडे एकूच हें आसलें
USP.
हे ते बोडयो गुंडायतालो आनी जंप मारतालो उडी मारतालो. वाजयता काबार जाता म्हणजे करून उडी मार आनी बसो वयर. ते म्हाजे प्लस पॉयंट जालो. तर मागीर तेणी डायरेक्ट मारलें वचून बसलो साक करून वय जालें. मागीर तेणी एनावन्स केलें थर्ड रनर अप सेकेंड आनी बेस्ट ग्रूप जिंक्स म्हणून ऑर्डर केलें. मागीर तेणी सांगलें सिंगर मायक पिंटो जिखलो. हे बेस गिटार आमकां मेवलें जिंक्साक. बेस्ट ड्रामर टोनी गुडिनो म्हणून हें केलें. वय दॅट इज माय स्टार्टींग कॅरियर.
ओके. पूण हांगा तुमचें भुरगेपण कशें आशिल्लें?
आमचें वेरी ब्युटिफूल. हे सारकें एन्जॉय करी आमी सारकें. इविनींग आमी हे व्हर म्हज्या लागीं घरा कडेन.
रिच फॅमिली काय?
आमचे मिडल क्लास न्हू आमचे. पूण आमचे सगळे फ्रेंड सगळे एक आनीक कोण आसले आमचे नेबर आसले थिंगा आनीक कोण आसले बिजमार्क म्हूण आसलो आनीक कोण हे मागीर तुनी नोगार मागीर रेमोचे थिंगा.
There was no class because when I meet some of his friends, it's a shock because you have Frank Sequeira, who's Jack Sequeira's brother. His children are my father's friends. So his grandchildren, I know some of them. So when I don't want him to tell people that you know people. Like there are some MPs who are dad's friends. Now for people they are MP. For us they are having lunch together.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Goa is one place where even you don't know who's who. A person will come in short pants and banyan and be a person who's the owner of a 5-star property. I'm just saying. So it's very difficult for to judge people here, which people judge now. So now because the cars have become, that time there was no cars also. I mean, dad's friends. I think there was the Pinto family, or I think the Sequeiras who had a Ford. That time Ford, like that was a big thing. Otherwise they used to travel by bus. Even Remo being so rich, that time we used to travel by bus or walk. You had nothing. You had no. Even if you had money, you had no vehicle. Apart from bikes, I think there were some bikes.
But Remo father had a car. Vauxhall आसली ते कडेन आनी आमचें कितें आसलें आमी प्रॅक्टीस ना तेन्ना आमी 7 टायल ह्यो नाल्यार कांपाल बिकान जॅक सेकेर हावस जॅक सेकेर चेडो एरान सेकेर मागीर चेडूं बुदी दिदी लिली सगळीं डॉक्टर जाली ती मागीर आनीक तेजो भाव डॉक्टर फ्रँक सेकेरा तेजो चेडो रिकार्ड सेकेर म्हूण आसलो तुनी सेकेर आनी आर्थूर सेकेर मागीर दिदी आनी कोण कोण सगळे तिजे भयणी बी सगळे आमी 7 टायल ह्यो थिंगा आमी 7 टायल ह्यो आनीक मागीर कोण पेडेर जाता ते कोको कोला दिवंक जाय तेन्ना जागसेरा कोको कोला स्टार्ट जाले आनी तेंचे घरा कडेन ते गॅरेज आसली व्हडली तेंचे पोंटयाक आनी कितें गाडयो आशिल्ली खूब आनी ते एजंट फॉर काडिलाक GMC तशें आनीक तेंचे सर्वंट क्वॉर्टर आसले आतां थिंगा ते सर्वंट क्वॉर्टर आसले थिंगा आनी ती गॅरेज आसली थिंगा हें म्हूण येयलां रेस्टॉरंट व्हेरी फामोस बॉम्बिल कितें म्हूण बॉम्बिल हय ते तेंचे रावपाचे तेंचे सर्वंट क्वॉर्टर्स आसले आनी गॅरेज आशिल्ली हय तेची 5-6 मोटरां आनी मोटरसायकल आसताल्यो तेजो बापूय सदां म्हणो टोनी कडेन मोटरसायकल आनी दी ताका वचून दी माडगांव सॅटर्डे येवं तशें आसलें आमचें मागीर अशें करून हें
कमिंग बॅक टू एरन
Oh.
खूप वेळ झालो.
No, I'm very happy when my father speaks because this the stories and all we hear, and then when we meet their children, like Ryan Norgard is a top DJ, but he was shocked to see the picture which I've sent you also, where his father was there in the picture. So and then people ask me, how do you know this one? How do you know? I mean, if you're going to have a father like this who knows, it's not knows you're there. Like today, even I know a lot of people. But I know a lot of people either because of music or because of this, by chance, So it's all of how you connect basically, and how humble and how simple you live. So I can proudly say that I came back to Goa and I traveled by bus. I used to travel from Ribandar to Panjim, from Panjim to Mapsa, and Mapsa to Anjuna by bus. So if people tell me that the transport service is not good in Goa, it is very good. Only thing, you need time. And you need to have time and you need to be ready for the rush. That is it. But that journey of that traveling, it gives you so much insight, because when you sit in a bus, you get to see so many characters. Basically, I call them characters. You get to see people who are very happy. You get to see people who are very, angry with themselves. And you get to see people who are complaining about everything. Every day, the same person is complaining about the same thing. See this road, it's so horrible. The government is not good. This is not good. That is not good.
What do you feel?
What?
What do you feel when people
I
say
feel
this?
you have to be in the system to change the system. This is what I say. Don't talk from outside. If you want to get into something, you get into it. Don't say, Baba, no, that is very difficult. If I get into it, then people will come to my house. Because politics is one where I have interest, but I have not got into it. And when
Future plans?
Future plans are lots, but it depends on what happens, because you need to have time and you need to know how to get work done. I mean, today now, if you ask me anything, I'll have an answer for you. Anything you can ask me. You tell me where to get for example, you tell me, is it possible to get a beautician just now? I'll give you 10 numbers. That's, like my contacts you need to have. But people in Goa say not possible straight away. I'm sure you also have seen it. You ask anything, not possible. Goa is so slow. Everybody says Goa is so slow. Nothing can be done. This is not the people who are saying this, I have not gone and done it. So, I always tell people you have to be in the system to change it. So, I am not in the system, but I am getting there. Like, I can see a lot of changes. Like, if you ask me now that Goans are leaving Goa, this is the normal trend where everybody is saying, there are Goans who are coming back. And one of them is in front of you sitting down. Who has come back? Who has left everything? I have nothing in Oman.
Elaborate on this story.
On this story. So, this story is... So, I got married in 2012. And in 2012, when I got married to a girl who was in Oman and whose family moved back to Goa in 96, 97. Okay. And then when I met her and I got married to her, we moved back to Oman. So we came back to Oman and we had a very nice, husband-wife life. Nice in the sense, she got a job afterwards. We were blessed with 2 cars. I'm being very clear. We were blessed with 2 cars. I'll tell you the name. I was blessed by being in different fields in Oman. So if you ask me what fields I've been in, I would tell. I was in the event field, I was in DJing, I was a drummer, I was in maintenance. At one point in time, I was selling rice also. Okay, because I have an interest in it. Then I went into tourism. So I did 3 years of tourism. And after tourism was a very tricky point because I was getting offers in the tourism field. But I have a policy, which a lot of people don't follow, is that I don't join the same field. So it's not joining competition. So I joined something called industrial catering, where I had about 80 cooks under me and we were feeding 3,000 people in Oman. Okay. And it happened to be, even the tourism company was owned by a Goan. And he told me one thing where I am putting you on the boat. Okay. Now you navigate yourself. So you don't have to know about tourism. You find out about tourism. 3 years I did tourism. where we're dealing with foreign clients and and it was a good experience, very good experience. We were dealing with big groups, we were dealing with Swiss, USA, and that is where I learned that you need to have patience to make presentations to sell. Because executing jobs are very easy. Standing and telling people everything is very easy. But selling is very difficult. Convincing someone sitting down so many kilometers away is very difficult. So that is where actually is the money, paperwork, which, sorry to say, Goans don't like. That's why today you see a lot of non-Goans coming into Goa. Because the paperwork is not there. So if you don't have paperwork, you can't go forward. Like there are a lot of destination weddings happening here. The person who's selling it is a non-Goan. Very few Goans have got their own design team. Very few Goans have invested in their own creative side. Otherwise, you see everybody's a subcontractor. Everybody started a production house. Everybody has equipment. Everybody has anything. Give them the design, they will execute it. We are very good executors actually. Goans in general are very good executors. You give us 24 hours, you give us 48 hours or 72 hours. We'll do your job. But the point is the money is in that. So in Oman, I went into industrial catering, which was a big challenge because I had no knowledge. In fact, my wife makes fun of me. She says, you can't make an egg at home, you can't make rice, and you're handling cooks. I said, it's called management. So I was managing 80 cooks, feeding 3 to 4 meals a day, 365 days. There was no break. And I was handling different type of people from all over India. And we had about 3-4 camps and all that. That was very good until COVID hit. So just before COVID, we had to, whether it was good or bad, I don't know, we shut down our company because of some issues of payments and all. And I had already reached the level of, you can say, directly under the directors. So I was not reporting. I was reporting directly to the local directors, Omanis. And we shut down the company. We sent back all the staff. And then COVID hit. When COVID hit, 3 months I was at home. And 1 year I was a debt collector because there was an outstanding, very big amount outstanding. In the meantime, my wife was still working. And then they say God's grace. So she conceived in 2020. And then the delivery date was 2021. With COVID happening, everything happening, and dad and mom had moved already in 2019.
Okay,
so
to Goa.
They had already moved to Goa because we had a flat here and there was nothing much in Oman to do because the life there was, dad was just, going around. There's nothing, everybody has, here you have friends, you have church. There also you have a church. But there's that life there is not there as it here. Here there's a different atmosphere, fresh food and a lot of things. There you're again, plus your age counts. There this medical is another problem also. Here it's not that great, but at least you have good doctors. So 2019 they moved. So 2020 COVID we were there. 2021 the point came, the triggering point came is that we came to know on December 30th that we were having twins. So, and twins are premature, always. Okay. There is not any twins delivery which is proper. It's either cesarean, like C-section, or it's normal. Normal is very rare, where you get full. And the doctor we were going to so happened to be a twin also.
Okay.
Yes, a twin girl from Chennai, whose sister was a scientist and she was a doctor. So she advised one thing where she said, see, in Oman you can do it, but then there's a lot of complications which will come in because then it's COVID time now. If you go to India, you get better service. So we said, okay, we will see. Then another point which came was again that the parents are in India. So if you're in Oman, again you need to get visa for them to come. So we said that was another trick. And then one fine day in March, we said, okay, let's just pack up everything and go back.
Okay.
So in 1 month, actually, we sold everything, whatever was there. And my wife came, I think 7 months, she came back. And it was good that she came back because there was a wedding which she attended of her cousins. And within 1 month, her uncle died. So she was there in Goa when her uncle died. Not that she could be of any help, but she was there. And then I got COVID in Oman and I came for the delivery.
Okay.
So I got COVID just 3 weeks before the delivery. My babies were born on My babies are born on May 31st. So they were born on May 31st and 3 weeks early, premature. They were not in incubator because the doctor was very good. I'm not going to name him because there are mixed reactions to him, but he's one of the best doctors. He's in Panjim, and he did the delivery personally, and they were on oxygen only for 1 hour. And if someone wanted to make money, because kids are emotions, you can play with emotions of parents. If they really wanted to make money, they could have kept them on oxygen for 2 days and charged us a bomb. But they only kept them on 1 hour, and both the kids were so small, like literally so small, like palm size. So I was there, I saw them. 7 days they kept them in the care of the nurses to make my wife regain her energy, which a lot of people don't do. They'll just send you out within 5-6 days. So 7 days they kept, and then we moved to her house. And I was a 6 months stay-at-home dad. So I've gone through the full process of getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning and all that. Those 6 months were very
Good.
mixed reactions, basically, because it's a tendency for Goans. Sorry, I'm talking too much here, but it's tendency for Goans. And Goans who are there in Goa, after 1 month of you being in Goa, they ask you what you're doing in Goa. First question. Second question is, there's nothing in Goa. Third question is, why you come back? There's nothing here. So these are the questions which are there for 6 months to me. Every day, every single day, by different people. Nothing in Goa. This is useless. You made the biggest mistake of your life. So I said, okay, no problem. Every day was a new story. Every day story coming.
But what you were doing during that time?
Technically nothing. I was at home taking care of the kids because we had no help. So there was no maid, there was nothing. And it's difficult. And my wife's parents were helping also. But then, you have to be at home when they are there, because one cries, the other one cries after 2 minutes. They get up at 3. So my wife also could not take this,
Yeah.
After in those 6 months, I got an offer from a band. So I played for a band also. So I played music. I landed up on a video, which is, I would like to thank Bonnie Alex. So he's a guy, he's one of the best guitarists also. So he gave me a chance to play. I played with them for 3 months. I landed up on October Festival stage also in 2021 in October. And then after that, I left that. And my first job in Goa after coming back was at Pooja Bedi. So that was a turning point, because now that is a very tricky thing for the Goans who are here, because you cannot do anything. See, it's very tricky, People say Goa, there's nothing. And suddenly you're working with a so-called Bollywood star who happens to be I'm also close to her now. Like I can call her up anytime. So, and I worked with her for some time. And then after working with her, I started doing consultancy. I started getting into real estate. I met a person named Alistair Fernandez, who was a musician from he's from Kalangut. So then he introduced me into the music scene of Goa. So we became a duo. So we started playing gigs. So I was busy every night. So then the thing went on of, working, playing. And by that time, we had already moved to another house. So we moved out from the thing. But still, every week was the same routine of what you're doing in Goa, what you're doing in Goa, what you're going in Goa. And one thing what I would like to say is, it's very funny because the person will tell you Goa is nothing, it's not at all good, there's nothing in Goa, and that is when you are not doing something. Like if you don't succeed, let's put it this way, if you don't succeed, the people will say, I told you so. I told you so, there's nothing in Goa. But if you succeed, by chance, you're doing well. I was praying for you. Every day I was praying for you. So either way, you have to just live with it. So even when I meet a lot of people who say I've gone to UK and I've gone here and all, it's not because they've gone there to make money. It's gone because of the pressure of the Goans who are throwing them out. Because I stay in St. Andre constituency, and Agasem and Goa is full of them. And all the parents are old and all the parents are staying there. And we see it every day. Some have gone and come back and who are doing very well for themselves in Goa. Like really doing well. Some have gone and not come back. So, and for me now it's been 4 years. I've reached a level now where I'm handling operations for a very big company named Stay Vista. They into rental, villa rental. And it's what you want, you will get. So it's not like there's nothing in Goa. There is lots in Goa. So, you can do multiple jobs, but it's hard work. Like I know some people in my area who are selling milk at 4 o'clock in the morning, dropping kids at 7 o'clock. These are Goans, huh?
Yeah.
Who have come back again. Some of them have come back from Oman, Kuwait, and all that. Dropping kids, opening their vegetable shop at 9 o'clock. Okay. Having a driving institute business also, which they do. Having a tempo where they go to Belgaum and bring vegetables. And then doing decoration in the evening.
कमिंग बॅक टू सर,
थँक यू.
पयलींचे गोंय आनी आतांचे गोंय कितें डिफरन्स आसा?
तशें डिफरंट कांय ना. पयले लोक हॉस्पिटॅलिटी बरी आसली. कोणागे दनपारां गेलो जाल्यार जेवून वचूंक जाय, नाल्यार तांकां इन्सल्ट जाय.
आतां ना.
आतां इन्सल्ट ना कोण. थोडे आसा तशें, सगळेच न्हू तशें. थोडे काय कितें टेंशन आसा तेजे कामाचें, तेजे फायनान्शियल अशें आसता न्हू. आदीं कितें आसलें, सगळें कोणागे सगळ्यांगेर शीतकोडी आसात. शीत जेवण आफ्टरनून जेवण वचोंकूच जाय, नाल्यार बरें जायना, तशें जाय. आतां आपयल्यार वचपाचें, नाल्यार ओगी बसपाचें, तसलें काम जालां तें.
अशें कितें रिसंट एक्सपिरियन्स जालो दिसता?
ना, एक्सपिरियन्स म्हूण न्हू, म्हणजे कळटा न्हू. बट वेन यू गो, म्हाका हूंय गेलो रोखडें हें करता, आपयता. सो अशें आसा. आय एम व्हेरी ग्रेटफूल टू गॉड आनी द पीपल. सगळे हॉस्पिटॅलिटी तेंची आपयता. अरे तुमी अशें करता, एटेन्शन दिता. दॅट इज द बिगेस्ट ब्लेसिंग फॉर मी इन गोवा एंड अरावंड अदर पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड ऑल्सो. हय.
बट तुमी तोय टायम पयला जेन्ना पोर्चुगीज हांगा आशिल्ले.
हय.
सो तो टायम कसो आशिल्लो?
तेन्ना कितें आसलें, हे लायक इफ यू गो एंड सी डिसिप्लीन म्हणटाले न्हू, लायक मोटर चलोवपाचें आनी हें करपाचें, रेस्पेक्ट दिवपाचो कोणाक, आनी कितें जाणट्यांक हें करूंक जाय आसलें, थोडेशें ब्लेस करूंक जाय आसलें, हेका वचूंक जाय आसलें. आतां तसलें बिसलें कांय ना. अशें चलता तो चलता, वयता तो वचता. आनीक आदीं तें कन्सर्न आसतालें कोणूय कितें जालें. आतां थोडे म्हणटा आमकां कित्याक पडलें रे, सोडून दी, आमकां नाका कोणाचें, जग बरें तेजें, तशें म्हणटा.
पूण तेन्ना पाकले गोंयान आशिल्ले म्हणटा पळय,
हय.
ते तुमी पयला?
हय हय हय. म्हाजो पाय पुलीस आशिल्लो न्हू, आमी जाणा सगळें पयलां आमी. हय.
कितें आसतालें, कशें
तेका
आसतालें?
डिसिप्लीन कशें आसलें म्हणजे कितें, म्हणजे हें पळय आसलें, म्हणजे ड्रायव्हींग, हें तें, रिस्पेक्ट बेस, सगळें तें मातशें बरें आशिल्लें. आनीक कोण अशें हें तें पळय हें करता, म्हणजे थोडे अंडर हँड बी ते आदीं, ते मस्ट बी हाय स्टेक, आख्या वर्ल्डाक आसता तें ना. आतां हूंय अशें जाल्यार रोखडें कितें हें करूंक जायना, तुजें काम जायना अशें म्हणटा. आतां म्हाका हांव हूंय हांव गेला थिंगा हांवें केन्ना दिवंक ना आनी कोणें घेवंक ना म्हाजें हूंय कितें दाखलें हिंगा काम केलां जाल्यार. एक फावटी म्हाका कितें जालें, बॉम्बे हांव वाजोवंक लागलो आनी म्हाजो फ्रेंड आशिल्लो एमिलियान द क्रूज म्हूण, तेणें फॉर्म केलें बॉम्बे ग्रूप कॉल गे काबलर्स म्हूण. तर आमी ताजें वाजोवंक हें आसलें. तो मारियो बेरांडो आसा, कार्टुनिस्ट, तो तेजो बर्थडे आशिल्लो. तर हांव एमिलियन द क्रूज आनी म्हाजो फ्रेंड दुसरो कांतोरिस्ट टोनी आल्वारीस म्हूण, आमी तेजे बर्थडेक वाजूंक गेले. तेन्ना हेजे ज्या टाटाची भयण आनी मिस्टर दारवाला, मिसीस दारवाला, तेजें हें आसलें, मिस्टर केरकर, गाबी आनी ते मॅनेजमेंट ऑफ ताज, आनी तांचो शेफ आसलो मास्कारेन म्हणून, गोंयकार. ओके. तेणी तिका वाजयलें आनी ती एकदम खोशी जाली. आमी वाजयलें. दीस इज आमी म्युजीक असलें पळयता, लॅटीन म्युजीक वाजोवंक. म्हणजे एमिलियन वायलीन वाजयलें, तो गिटार वाजयलें, 12 स्ट्रिंग, आनी हांवें बंगो वाजयलें. तर ताका मागीर एमिलियनाक सांगलें, तूं नेक्स्ट परवां यो आनी म्हाका मेळ ताज्यान. तो गेलो. आमी बायकाला रावताले. तो गेलो थिंगा आनी ताका सांगलें, ओके तुमचो हें आय लायक युअर म्युजीक, तूं रांदेवू म्हूण आहा तितून सॉफ्ट वाजोवपाचें. तर आमी तेणें एग्री जालो आनी कॉमेस केलें वाजोवंक. आमी थिंगा आमकां थिंगा रावपाक, जेवपाक सगलें फ्री. मॉर्निंग लॉन्ड्री बिंड्री सगलें. आनी एकल्याक आमकां 550 रुपीज पगार 550 3 ऑफ अस. म्हयन्याक. हय. रावप जेवप सगलें. 67. आनी तो एमिलियन द क्रूज सारकें ऑनेस्टी, म्हणजे तुजो एक पयसो येना. तो टॅक्सींतलो आपले पयशे मोडी खंय गेला जाल्यार मेळप अशें. आनी आमी फिल्मांत तो वाजोय, आमी इल्लें काम मेळो फिल्मांत वाजोवंक. तर आमी ओके आसले बरे हॅपी आसले करून वाजयले. मागीर कितें जालें बायकल म्हूण आसा थिंगा काजन ऑफ जी आर टाटा मिस्टर वाजुदार बिल्डर तेणें हॉटेल बांदलें हेरिटेज हॉटेल म्हणून. आमकां थिंगा टेम्पररी म्हणून धाडलें थिंगा वाजोवपाक. थिंगाच दवरले कितले वर्सां काडले हय वाजून वाजून डेली वाजयताले आनी हें आसतालें थिंगा कॅब्रे आसताले एवरी मंथ कॅब्रे चेंज जाय. आतां केन्नाय आमी चिंता कोणाक बाबा ही लँग्वेज कळना ती लँग्वेज कळना म्हणून केन्ना म्हणूंक जायना कोण कसली लँग्वेज जाणा नको म्हाज्या एक्सपिरियन्सान ओके. मागीर हांव मस्कट गेलो हय मस्कट मागीर हांव बँकेन जॉयन जालो आनी फर्स्ट बँड केलें. मागीर 75 हांव काजार जालो 28 ऑक्टोबर. तर बँड केलें हांवें आनी म्हाकाच ड्रम वाजयलो ड्रम वाजोवंक पडलो बँडाक काजराक ओन्ली मार्चिंग तेणी वाजयलें आनी मार्च मारली.
तूं पूण मॅनेज कशें केलें
कितें
तुज्या लग्नाक बँडूय
That's okay.
बँड करून ते काजराक वाजोवंक हें केलें न्हू थिंगा बँड नासलें फर्स्ट बँड थिंगा आनी फर्स्ट काजार म्हाजें 1975 28 ऑक्टोबर 20 तारखेर ते दीस म्हाजे बायलेचो बर्थडे रोजो म्हाजे गुडीनो हय. तर तें हें जालें तेका सान मागीर वाजून जातलें मागीर काजार हांवें वाजोवंक पडलें न्हू मागीर हांवें बँड केलें फर्स्ट बँड इन मस्कट. आनीक म्हाजे मेंबर आशिल्ले हो म्हण काल म्हूण एकलो आनीक विन्सी आनी एकलो गॅरेट हे वाजोवंक लागले. मागीर स्लोली थोडे अमेरिकाक गेले थोडे गेले मागीर ने गेले ने ग्रुपांत आसले. मागीर साबियो डिसोजा म्हूण पियानिस्ट आसलो आनी गॅरेट माचाडो म्हूण बेस गिटार आनी मागीर आमचे बँड आसले. मागीर सेबी आल्मेदा म्हूण येयलो तो आफ्रिकाक आसतालो गोंयचो आनीक तो येयलो बँडान. तो बँडांत येवन आमचे खूब चेंज इम्प्रूवमेंट केलो तेणें सावंड आनी कितें आनीक तो आफ्रिकन कांतार कोरी सोयली आनीक ओमानान जायते आफ्रिकन आहा थिंगा नायरोबीचे केनिया तांझानिया सगळे. सो वयता थिंगा आमकां डिमांड खूब तेजी कांतार कोरी सगळीं जांबो बाना आनी कितें म्हणून आनीक तेजी शोमॅनशीप आनी हे इंटरॅक्टींग वीथ द क्रावड फुलोवन उडय. मागीर आमी टॉप हॉटेल 7 स्टार आल्बुस्तान पॅलेस आमी 10 वर्सां वाजयलो थिंगा म्हणजे टायम टू टायम आनी एवरी फ्रायडे वाजय आमी लंच आनी पिडिओ क्लबांत वाजय. मागीर थिंगा कार्नवाल नासलो सो हांवें फॉर्म केलो कार्नवाल बँड वाजपाक आनीक कार्नवाल केलो थिंगा आनी बँड वाजोवन सगळे फॅन्सी ड्रेस बी करून चालू केलो थिंगा. आनी मागीर हे बँडान आमचे न्यू चेंज करूंक हो सेबी आल्मेदा आतां गोंयां आहा तो आनी ही वॉज अ ग्रेट टू इंटरॅक्ट वीथ द क्रावड आनी रॉक एंड रोल फुलोवन वयले आफ्रिकन सॉंग्स. आतां तो पोरुरे रावता आनी तेगे जो म्युजियम आहा ते कोडे 120 गिटार्स आहा 120 आनी तेजे बायलेचें नांव अंजेला आनीक आल्मेदा ती आनीक तो ते कोडे आतां बँड आहा इस्मूथ म्हूण बँड आनी व्हेरी बिजी वाजयता हिंगा थिंगा. He played for my daughter wedding. He is very close to us. He is our second family. Sabi Almeida, Angela Almeida. And this is my history of my life in musical career and everywhere.
So again, I'll come back to the music now again. So at a young age, you were not told that music can make you money. So my cousin is Marvin, who plays for A26, and he also endorsed this. What I'm going to say, he also studied, and he did not complete some things, and everybody told him that if you don't do that, you won't do well. You'll not do well. But he was very good in music, and his family supported him. His mother is my dad's younger sister, and he struggled. I used to go with him, I think in 2003 or 2004, on the bike from Kutori. He used to go and travel. He used to play with different bands, you know, with his bass guitar, sometimes with the flute, and he was like, and he joined A26 in 2011 and 2012, 2011 I think, and he has traveled I think more than 86 countries. He doesn't have time. If I need to get in touch with him on an urgent basis, I call up his wife because he's so busy. I mean, we just met him, I think, last week on Feb 25th. And from 26th till today, he's traveling within India. And he's doing well. Because I left drumming. I left drumming for 15 years
When
I was in Oman. Because I thought there was no field in it. And then I came back in drumming in 2018. So in 2018, so 2000, I mean, when I was 13, that was around 1997, 1998, I started my first band. I had my band, and then by 98, 99, we broke up because the guys went and whatever. And I went into DJing and all that. And then 2018, again, I started playing. Again, because of my dad. I came to Goa, I jammed with some bands, and I went back and I started. And my wife also pushed me. She said, I didn't go back into this. So I started playing with a band called Red Rock, which is a mixed band, there. And then 2019, I formed a group called Jukebox. The guy named Joel Libano, my childhood friend, and another girl named Melanie Krasta. And then we expanded it with Avinash Pinto, John Dias. The band is still there in Oman, named Jukebox. You can Instagram it, and they've become very famous now. They are like, I had the privilege of actually jamming with them again in 2024 for Avinash Pinto's wedding at Harmony Club. And people thought that I've been playing with them for the last whatever years, because without practice, we just went and played 3 songs. So the connection is still there. And I wanted to make music my full time in Goa, but then everything, it's, there's luck, there is time. Now, if people say, what your comeback here and you're doing now? If I had to come back, I would not meet you. I would not tell people. Yeah. I would not, meet so many people. I'm on a daily basis, I'm meeting different types of people. And I'm meeting Goans who are, really, who are really fighting the system. And my request to everyone is support, because I travel on a daily basis. So I stay in Pilar, just to tell people. I travel to Giri. Most of my work is around Sholim, Mandrem, Morjem, Arambol. And then from there, sometimes I have to travel to Varka. So Varka, Velsaung, and then Shridam also. And then I go home. So sometimes I reach home at 9, 10 in the night. I don't see my kids. I leave in the morning, drop them to school. I go work, and sometimes I reach home at 9:30, 10. So, I mean, and then sometimes what happens is that I go work till 6, 6:30, because we have a very strict policy of 9 hours. Beyond 9 hours, we cannot work. So this company is very strict on that also. So after that, then I go for a gig. Then I come back home at 10:30. So you have to work like that. At the same time, you need to make sure that you eat. You drink your water. So you need to drink 4 liters a day. Otherwise, you'll end up with kidney stones. You need to know that you don't get dehydrated. You should eat on time, because then you should not have acidity, indigestion. See, these all affect your, your mind and all that. Then your stress levels go high. Then you'll get blockages. Then you'll see a cardiologist. All that also you have to keep into account. So, working is okay, but make sure all these things also are in the pipeline.
So, तुमका कितें message दिवपा जाय लोकांक?
लोकांक like तेणें कितें सांगलां तें, work hard. And also, you have to put in mind all the religions is one. We are all from one family. And you have to have a faith. कितें करता तें into. And think good about others. And तुका कोणें विचारलें, अरे how that one is playing very good. सगळें good. Because you cannot say कितें वाजयता थोडे म्हणटा तें कितें न्हू. Each one have their own style. His own way is good, no? So you cannot demoralize them. आनी कितें. आनी कोणें म्हणोंक ना तें band best. सगळीं best band. All Goans. We are all best. In around the world. आनी कितें जाय तुमकां? सांग.
And also, never underestimate anyone. Because you don't know who's who.
Okay, so that is it. Thank you so much for coming on my channel.
No problem.
Same to you, Tuka. Thank you very much. And all the best, your future career. And good luck.